I'm not okay, and I'm not okay today. And welcome everybody to my YouTube channel. This is the British Bionic Babe, and today we're gonna take a look at the infamous topic, my mental health. Come on. So guys, today is an awesome day, not just because we all woke up and we can go about our day, but because I am currently at 1K subscribers. I want to thank you guys so much for being here on this journey with me. If you probably missed it, the Jamaica Gleaner decided to partner with me in trying to tell my story of what happened to me in my accident and how my new normal actually is. And I'm telling you, I went viral. I am so happy, and I want to show my appreciation to the Jamaica Gleaner and to Ashley Angwin for actually deciding to come to me to want to tell my story. And it's the same thing with the story and my channel. I am not here about negativity. I'm not here about the judgmental form of it. I actually started my YouTube channel because it actually is a form of therapy for me, and it's very hard to talk about my accident, and there's bits and pieces of my accident that I'm even still trying to deal with. But through doing the YouTube channel and through people actually reaching out to me, I realized that people that have been in my type of trauma or specific trauma related to a car accident, physically they are actually okay or they're recovering well, but mentally it's been such a struggle. And I'm telling you, we do have the support, but hey, today I am going to talk about how our support groups can actually support us a little bit more when it comes to our mental health. So before I get into that, some housekeeping matters. You all see the hair, right? I finally got my platinum blonde color. Girl, it's excited. Yes, I have been trying. Y'all know that I was trying to bleach my hair properly, right? And it had an epic fail. If you didn't watch the video, that's in the link below. But I finally got my platinum blonde, and we're not stopping there, because this is what I'm about to do next. If I can find a really good barber. So if you guys know any good barbers that are in Montego Bay, leave it in the comment below and I'll check them out, because yes, I love the hair, but because of the bleaching, it's actually now more straight than curly. So it's time to boost it up a bit. All right guys, so thank you again everybody for your love, your support, your encouragement. Listen, I had so much people encouraging me. I had people that were in car accidents or in trauma like my own that are telling me, hey, I could not walk, I have many screws in my back, in my shoulder, in my femur, and they had lost hope, and they're trying to let me know that, listen, at the end of the day, the road is rough, but the results are impeccable. And that's what I'm living for, the results, because fingers crossed, by December, a girl gonna be walking. So guys, thank you so much for your love and support, and I want to ensure that my videos can even touch one life, because we need that support. I'm telling you, it's not easy to deal with trauma. So let's get into all of what we're talking about today. So as you would have known, I was in a fatal car accident, and physically it was hard, and it still is hard, because I'm not able to walk again. Yeah, I was able to walk, I learned to walk, but because of my left femur and my last surgery, I am on 10 weeks bed rest after my surgery. I have 3 weeks to go, and then we're gonna have the big reveal of the new x-ray. So yes, I know God's taking care of me, so I'm not too worried about that. I just want my doctor to say, Dina, go ahead with some physio, push a little harder, because listen, I'm a force to be reckoned with when I'm not walking. Can you imagine when I start walking? So guys, I'm gonna be real with you. When I woke up from my accident, I was devastated, because we all take life for granted at some point in time, because it's just the little things that we have. So many other things that we're dealing with in life, we really don't take time out to appreciate those little things. And I was one of those people. And when I woke up and I was immobile and I couldn't move and I was in pain from head to toe, literally, I was like, my life is over. Because when my accident happened, I was 33 years old and I was just celebrating my 33-year-old birthday, and I was fine. The last thing I remembered, I was okay. And when I woke up 2 days later, I was not okay. And the mental part of it was the mental part of it is nerve-wracking, and it still is. So I was in the hospital for 30 days, and within those 30 days I questioned God, and I said, why me? What did I do in order to deserve something so tragic? What did I not do why I deserve something so tragic? I mean, I suffered from insomnia before, and when my accident happened and being in that hospital and around a lot of different people with a lot of different ailments, a girl was a sleeping zombie, because I couldn't walk. So not a walking zombie, I was a sleeping zombie because I couldn't sleep at night. My brain kept me up, and when I woke up, I wanted, well, I expected somebody close to me to be there, and he was not. And the people that were there for me, I mean, they were caught between trying to be there for me and trying not to seem like, hey, shit's happening to you, your entire life is gonna change. And so that mentally broke me down, especially when I was in the hospital. And there were nights where I begged God to take my life, because I thought at that time it was more important to die than to live. I was in excruciating pain. Listen, I've been through labor pains, I've been through period pains, I've been through broken bone pains, fractured pains. I have been through heartbreak, and none of those pains, even if they're combined together, actually could sum up what I was feeling. I felt pain everywhere, all day, every day. The most I would get of a relief is when I got a morphine shot, and that lasted about 6 to 12 hours, depending on what my body thought that day. But I got other medications and they really didn't help me out. And so I thought that my friend that died, he had it easy, because he didn't have to live through what I'm living through. I mean, at that point, I'm gonna be honest with you, I wasn't 100% grateful that I was still alive, because I was in so much pain. And the things that bother me the most, I mean, ever since I'm growing up, like, people always say, what do you want to be when you grow up? You would say, a doctor or a lawyer or a nurse. I just wanted to be an educated stay-at-home mother. And I'm an accountant by profession, because I've seen where my father has worked really hard to have his own business, and I didn't want that legacy to die. And so I went to school and I did accounting. But in the back of my head, I always just wanted to be a stay-at-home mother, an educated stay-at-home mother. So you have the kids, you take care of the kids, you go to the PTA meetings, the soccer games, the cheerleading, the swimming, take care of your husband and your family. And I mean, when your kids are old enough and off to college, then I start a little business just to keep myself occupied. Like, legit, that was what I was thinking about all my life. And so that was the first thing that came to my mind when the doctor says, you're not able to move, your legs are broken, your spine is fractured in 3 places, we've sewn your eyes shut. This shoulder was so damaged that the x-ray, the tissues looked like shredded cabbage. Yeah, so I was just astonished, and the first thing that jumped into my mind is, Gleaner, you're 33, you're not married, you don't have a child. At that point, I didn't know if I was going to be able to ever walk again, or what my life was going to be like. And that led me into straight depression, because all I've ever wanted to be is a mother. And I'm like, okay, so that's not gonna happen. And I went straight into depression, and I was so depressed to the point where I couldn't talk. I used to stare in space. I used to wonder what's happening, what's gonna happen to me. And even when I was in the hospital and I had all those why questions, I did not look to God, because I found it so hard to call on him to comfort me, because in the back of my head I'm like, why did you put me in a position like this? What lesson are you trying to let me learn at this stage in my life? What are you trying to force me to accept? And I was depressed the entire time that I was in the hospital. And I mean, I had no reason to be depressed, because hey, I was alive. When I was in the hospital, I met really incredible people. I even had somebody come in that was in a car accident herself, and her neck was broken, and she had to be positioned in one place for the entire time that she was in the hospital with me. And so, you know, I had people encouraging me. I had friends that came to look for me every single day. And listen, my parents, my good old parents, they did not miss a beat at all. And so I just couldn't fathom how I was going to get out of this depression. And there were nights where I thought of killing myself. There were nights I thought of just rolling off the bed and just dropping flat on my face, because if I did that at that point, I would have broken anything that was fractured, and I may have internal bleeding. So I was just willing to say, hey, goodbye. Because in my head, what was most important to me, my heart's desire of being a wife and a mother, was taken away from me. So between that heartbreak and the anger of that driver that has caused my new normal, I didn't see any purpose to live. However, I'm still here, right? So after coming out of the hospital, it wasn't much different. I mean, I know there may be support groups that can help me. I didn't want any help. I just wanted to die. And it was so hard for me, because I am a naturally positive, bubbly person. I have a wonderful personality. Listen, if you know me before my accident, comment below. You know my personality is the bomb. But I was so drained. And because my mother and father are the people that were there with me 24/7, and yes guys, the rain is falling and the rain is not my friend. So yeah, we're gonna try to work this out. So I had to keep, you know, a brave face, because physically people could support me, mentally they could not. And that's what I really want to touch on. The persons that support the people that need it the most, whether it's I don't care about the trauma, whether it's a fatal car accident, whether it's a long-term disease, whether it's just a spur of the moment, because so many people are experiencing a stroke out of nowhere, a car accident out of nowhere. Whatever the trauma is, to the people that are supporting them, you need to understand that we do not want to talk about our accident and what we're going through every single day or every time you talk to us. We don't need that. We need to move forward, and we need you to help us to move forward. Now, in doing that as our support system, yes, we know you care about the physical part of it, but the mental part of it, you all are not helping us. You're really not helping us, because if you come every day and ask us how we're doing the same. We're in pain. We want to be better. We want, in my case, I want to walk. I want to move, because I am a totally independent person from day one, no matter what it is. And I was knocked clean down to being fully dependent. Like they say, once a man, twice a child. Listen, I've lived it. I have lived it. At 33, having your mother bathe you. Listen, having your mother having to change your pad when it's menstruation time. Having her to look about you hand and foot. Not being able to even roll from one side of the bed to the next without my mother's help. Listen, depression was just piling on. And all I kept hearing was, oh, just work on your recovery, work on getting better physically, and the mental part will take care of itself. It will never take care of itself if I don't take care of it for myself. And during the days when people come and see me, I had to smile, I had to be positive, and I had to do that for many reasons. One, I believe that if I have a positive mindset, then my body has no other choice but to heal. So I'm not gonna get up today and say, all right, I'm depressed, I'm sad, because then my body's gonna say, since you're depressed and since you're sad, we're not gonna try to heal today. And I'm not wanting my body to play catch up in healing. I want it every day to understand that the mind is positive, so the body needs to be positive too. And at night, when my parents are asleep, when everybody's asleep, and I have insomnia, so I'll never be asleep, that's the time I cry. That's the time I cry and I holler and I call out for God, because I'm wondering why He has chosen me of all person, of the billions of people that are in the world. Why are you choosing me to go through this burden here? And up to this day, I don't know, but I know that He has me here for a purpose. And that purpose I don't know either, but I am, preparing myself, and I'm hoping that the preparations that I'm taking now, when He does reveal my purpose, I will be ready and waiting. So to the people that are supporting me or supporting other people that have been through trauma, stop asking us every day if we're okay. Yes, you can ask us what's, the latest in our road to recovery, but we need to move on. And you need to not treat us like we're crippled, or treat us like, because this traumatic experience happened to us, you need to tiptoe around us. You don't need to tiptoe around us. We're still human. We're still in here fighting through this mentally. And you talking to us about what's going on in your life, what's happening in the world, how we feel about different things, those same conversations we used to have before my traumatic experience. Try to do that. I mean, we all know that you cannot feel what we feel because you've never been in the position, but we don't need you to be trying to just say things out of your mouth and hoping that one of them lands and helps us. That's annoying. That's legit annoying. And so, as a support group, or as family members or friends that are supporting somebody, supporting me, what I'm trying to say to you is just take a little minute and just sit back for a moment, right? Put yourself in a position. If you were in a traumatic experience like what we have experienced, would you want us every day coming to talk to you about what happened to you, how it happened to you, what's happening with it now? No. We want to talk about what's happening with you, how you feel about what's happening to me, how are we going to progress forward. And this is what my YouTube channel is all about. I'm not looking back, I'm looking forward. And there's many things I'm not able to do in my new normal, and I'm okay with that. Well, now I'm okay with that. And mentally, my mental recovery is going to take way longer than my physical recovery. And to the people that are out there that are struggling mentally, I am here for you. And I say that because I can tell you that my accident is just the icing on the cake when it comes to my lifelong traumatic experiences. I can guarantee you, whatever you've been through, I've been there. And I keep telling people that maybe God has, took a piece of that rock of Gibraltar out of it and put into me, because half the time I don't know where I get the strength from to move on. But I am grateful that I'm here, and I know that I've gotten a second chance at life to do something positive. I mean, I'm always doing something positive before, but I think now more than ever, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm not okay. And I'm not okay today, and one day I'm gonna be okay. But until then, I am gonna take it one day at a time, and I'm never gonna give up. But it's hard. It's hard living with brain damage and not being able to remember people, not being able to remember places, not being able to remember anything on my own. It's difficult when I'm talking to somebody and for a split second I just zone out and I just can't remember what I was saying. And I do feel like a handicap sometimes. A pretty handicap. But I'm not okay. And I have taken up meditation. As I said, I have renewed my spirit in my church and in Christianity. And so I read my daily bread like every day. It's a daily bread. And I pray a lot. But there's still more that I need to do, because I do need to see a therapist. However, I'm really scared because I'm already not sleeping, and I believe that because based on the head trauma that I have, there's so many memories that have been locked away. And my neurologist says to me that the brain thinks that I am not physically capable of handling those memories. And so I think going to a therapist, those memories may unlock. Now, if I'm already not sleeping and I unlock those memories, I'm just going to be up 24/7, and a girl needs a beauty rest. But if you have any suggestions or further suggestions that I can take up in helping me to, push more over my mental recovery, please leave it in the comments. I am very excited to hear what you guys have to say. I have been doing it on my own ever since my accident. I have the down days where I'm very depressed. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to do anything. I have mostly up days because I try to keep busy. A great amateur cook, and I do a lot of social media management. During this quarantine COVID-19 time, I've tried to increase my knowledge when it comes to getting different certifications online, and just trying to help my brain to rewire that, hey, you can't be a pretty dumb girl, you have to be a pretty bright girl just the same. You have to keep that intelligence up. So I'm just trying to keep positive in every aspect. And in order to keep positive in every aspect, I don't only have to think about it, I have to do it. So I do my meditation, I write down my goals, I do my vision board. Listen, I have so many plans for when I start walking. The first thing is walking. I have a new appreciation for walking, so I probably walk everywhere for a few months. I'm a little better when it comes to driving in a motor vehicle. Because of how I was fixed, I'm not able to drive in the back seat as yet because I still have spinal injury, and so I have to drive in the front seat, and it is scary and nobody really sees it, but I always grab the chair and the seat belt when I'm driving in the front seat, and I sing songs in my head, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna reach a destination, stuff like that. Or I try to vlog or video just to take my mind off the fact that, listen, you're in a motor vehicle that's moving. And trust me, I have pressed so many imaginary brakes since my accident in driving in the front of a vehicle you would not imagine. But guys, this is the introduction to the mental health series that I am going to be doing on this channel. And sometimes you'll hear me slip up when I'm talking to you, and that is actually because of the brain damage. So for all my new subscribers, with the foreign accent syndrome, sometimes my brain works slower than my mouth and vice versa. So simple words that will come out of my mouth, they come out a little bit different. Or like, say for instance, I want to say one word but another word comes out. So that is also an effect of the brain damage. And I have had some people reach out to me about TBI, so I will be looking into that, and I will be talking to my neurologist about that. But guys, I want to thank you so much for being here with me on this journey. the best part of the journey is about to start, because in 2 weeks we will be going back to my orthopedic surgeon and we would be getting an update. So on the 23rd of September, well, it's not really 2 weeks, it's 3 weeks. On the 23rd of September would be the ending of my 10-week recovery after my last surgery. And so we know, because I'm not saying we hope, we know that this broken femur will be broken no more, and I will be able to push a little harder in my physical therapy, because right now I'm just doing bed exercises just to firm up the muscles, allow them to understand that, hey, we're still going to try this walking thing again. So if you have any comments for me, if you have anything that you want me to try where it's concerned with my mental health or my sleeping aid, I know a lot of people have said to me, try the CBD. I am doing some research on that to see what will work for me, because even though the CBD may work, I still have to think about the brain damage. And so we're doing some research together, right? So leave me a comment if you think I can try anything. Leave me links that I can read. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for actually helping me to reach 1K subscribers. You guys are totally awesome. The love and support. And if you have not seen my story in the Jamaican Gleaner, I have linked it in the description below, so you can take a look at it. They did also write an article online, and you know, you got a little perspective of what my mother had to say regarding my accident. So guys, remember to like, comment, share. If you are here and you have not subscribed as yet, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. I will definitely see you guys in the next video. This is the British Bionic Babe. Mwah.